And we're live. Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to the reading sprints of the week. How has everyone been? How was your week? I hope you had a great week. And yeah, I hope you're all ready for the sprints and everything. Right, let me Okay, this is okay. Um, I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Oh, I have a new video. In case you haven't noticed, I released a new video this week. It is the very long-awaited May vlog. It is just, just what? June, July, August. It's just 3 months late. No biggie. It's not that late. I mean, you know, I really did try to be faster, but I couldn't. Let me put this music lower. This is kind of loud. Let me change this. There we go. There we go. But yeah, as I said, it's not that bad. 3 months, not that bad. At least it's out, and that's all that really matters to me. It's out, and I'm really happy about it, and I hope you like it as well. It is very long. I was thinking, like, when I was editing it, I was thinking whether I should shorten it, like, kind of like, not shorten, but like, divide it into 2 videos, kind of like I did on the January vlog. But then I decided against it, so yeah, it is quite long. It is like an hour and 2 minutes or something, so it's very big. But yeah, I mean, it was quite fun, honestly, to like look back at those memories, because like it has been 3 months since I last lived through those experiences, so it is always quite nice to look back on vlogs and just work through them. And also, finally, you can see the Society Awards and how it was. And my friend CJ won an award as well, which is really cool. And I know you might be wondering, when will the next vlog be out? Probably. Maybe you are wondering that. Maybe you're not. But worry not. I am editing the June vlog at the moment. I'm very close to finishing it. So hopefully on Monday that vlog will be out as well. My idea for this month, and I even drew, let me see if I can show you this. I showed this on the September vlog, but I'll show you on the streams as well. If I can get my tablet. Okay, let me show you this. I've been like proper planning all of my content for this channel. Well, not just for this channel, just like content in general. So let me show you what it looks like, because I think it looks kind of cool. So I don't know if my camera will pick this up. Hello? There you go. So this is what my schedule for this month looks like. It is quite busy. But yeah, I just like put all of the days that I'm gonna stream, all of like the vlogs that I'm planning, like when I'm planning to release them, and like stuff that I need to film still, stuff that I need to like edit, and all of that. So my idea is to just try and get as many of the vlogs that are like late, like get them out as soon as possible. So yeah, that's the plan. So hopefully next Monday, where's my cover? There we go. Hopefully next Monday you'll be able no, the next vlog will be out, so the June vlog, and then we only have to edit 2 more and I will be up to date and we'll all go back to normality. Although I still need to record the like reading wrap-ups and all of that, so that's gonna take probably a little while. Excited for the June vlog. Yay, thank you, I'm glad. It is quite a fun vlog, that one, because it was when June was when I did my degree show. So that is basically like when you finish a course, like a university degree. In my case, at least, because I did an art degree. So at the end, we have like this big exhibition with all of the like the art courses to show our work to like family, friends, and like also like VIPs and executives and all of those scary important people. So yeah, June was when I did my degree show, so you'll be able to see like what I did for it and everything. I was really proud of it, to be honest. So it's probably gonna be very nice. And also welcome Hillary. I hope you had a lovely week and that you are excited for the reading sprints. I will be reading this book today, It is called Rise. Wait, what is it? Rise of the School for Good and Evil by Soman Chainani. It is kind of like a prequel to the books of The School for Good and Evil by the same author. And yeah, I'm very close to finishing it. I am like, let me see if I can show you this. Like this. So I only have this much left, and it is very easy to read. So I think I'm not gonna say I'll be able to finish it like in this live, but hopefully I'll be able to finish it today. Because I think I have like less than 100 pages until I finish it. Or like a little over 100 pages. But not by too much. So yeah, I'm very excited. I really like the School for Good and Evil books. So that's why I decided to like read this one, just to get a little insight into like how the schools were made and like how the brothers like acted between each other. Oh, my hair today is looking really, really bad. So we're gonna ignore that. Jeez. But yeah. I was also trying to think like what else did I do this week? I don't think I did too much this week. Like I full on just did a bunch of work this past week. I think I just did a lot of work. I went to Lisbon yesterday, which was nice. I had a dentist appointment, so I had to go. Not the most pleasant of things, but yeah. I'm still reading Gideon the Ninth. I have 140 pages left. Ooh, are you liking it? Now that you're like more into the book, are you liking it? You're very close to finishing it. Maybe you can you can read a bunch today as well. It would be very nice. But yeah, I went to Lisbon, and I went to the Lisbon Book Fair again, and I got another book, but I think it's downstairs, so I can't show it. Yeah, it's downstairs. I think I sent a picture to Chums though, so maybe I can send it on here, just on my phone. I think I might do like I don't know if I'll do it on YouTube because I didn't buy those many books, but I might do it like on TikTok, just a short video showing like the books I got at the fair. So you'll be able to see it better there as well. It is a book by a Portuguese author. I just thought the cover was really pretty. Oh, here it is. I don't know if this is gonna focus. Focus! There you go. So this is the cover. It's called As Mulheres Não Morrem de Amor, which means women don't die out of love. Which I thought was like a very nice title, very good title. So that's purely why I bought it. I legit don't know anything about it. I don't know what it is about. I just read that title and I was like, yes, I will get it. Thank you. I will buy it. I should probably stop doing that now that I think about it. I should stop buying books that I don't know anything about. But I just can't help it. It looks so pretty. I'm still loving it. It's really starting to pick up in terms of suspense. Ooh. You see, I don't think I read a lot of suspense books. I think I don't think I know how to classify suspense. Like I know what's the difference between like suspense movies and like horror movies. I guess horror movies also have a little bit of suspense in them. But yeah, like I can tell suspense in movies, but in books, maybe I just never read a book that has suspense. Or either that, or I don't know how to tell the difference when it is suspense. I think my mother would really like that, actually, that book. If it has suspense, yeah, that is the type of book my mom would really like, I think. But I mean, I'm saying this, that I can tell like if the books have suspense, but I generally don't read the books that could have suspense. Usually I read very like slice of life type of books. So maybe that's why. That could be why. It would certainly explain it. I still, whenever I read the title of your book, I think of Gravity Falls. I can't help it. Gideon is like the one of the main antagonists. I cannot stop thinking about Gravity Falls, which honestly just makes that book sound even more appealing. Because Gravity Falls is excellent, if you like animation, of course. Um, Actually, that show has suspense. Now that I think about it, that show it's made for kids, but it does have a lot of suspenseful moments. Um, so maybe it was inspired in some way, or maybe Gravity Falls took inspiration. Probably not. Very probably not. um, okay. I think we'll start the reading sprints in 2 minutes. And yeah, my friend keeps trying to get me to watch Gravity Falls. Listen, bestie. Can I call you bestie? Um, Watch Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is one of those cartoon shows that will never get old. It is. I don't even know when Gravity Falls ended. Like, I remember watching it when it came out, when I was like barely a teenager. But so yeah, I think it ended a while ago. Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls. When did this end? 2016. Right. 2016. This show like only has 2 seasons, and it's like that type of TV show where they don't drag the story. Not drag necessarily, but like they don't milk the story. You know, they just like they knew exactly the story they wanted to tell, and they weren't like if the like the producer or like the whoever makes the TV shows, like Disney, if Disney offers me like 2 more seasons, we will not take them because we only need 2 seasons to tell the story, and that will be enough. They didn't like milk it. Even though they had a bunch, like such a big fan base, they just didn't milk it at all, which made the story so good because they knew exactly what they wanted to do with it, and they did it in the best way possible. It is very like mystery based, and it has a lot of like supernatural elements to it, and kind of like a little bit of like multiverse also kind of dropped into there, and there's just a lot of like plot twists that you're not expecting, and it's also very funny show. Even though it is for kids, it has such a dark twist, like especially on the second season. It is just really great. But I mean, I love animation, so maybe maybe I'm a little biased when it comes to Gravity Falls. So yeah, that might be a reason. I really do love animation a lot. Gravity Falls isn't even my favorite one. I do like Gravity Falls a lot, especially because it has like a lot of hidden languages, and it has a lot like they're the type of show that at the end of the episode they will hide like a secret code that you can like decode and get like a little sentence, and sometimes the sentence doesn't really mean anything necessarily to the show, and other times it's like a super big like clue to the end of the plot, like to the end of the season. 2 seasons seems pretty easy to get through. I should try it. You should. Yes, it is very easy to get through, I think. I watched the first season. So I used to have a podcast a while ago, and we used to talk about like TV shows and movies and books and all of that. And we would do like one episode per like like not an entire TV show, but like a season of a TV show. So I watched the entire first season of Gravity Falls in one sitting. Um, don't do that. Uh, that is not a healthy thing to do, but yeah, but it is very easy to get through, especially if you enjoy like that type of theme and if you like animation in particular. If you do watch it, please do let me know what you thought about it. I would love to know. I always love to find like people that watch Gravity Falls for the first time and like see them falling in love with it. I love it. It's my favorite thing. All right, let's start the reading sprints so we don't get too late. Once again, if you say anything on chat, I won't see it during the reading sprints, but I will read it afterwards. And yeah, have a nice time. I hope you continue liking your. I hope you read a lot. I don't know. And I'll talk to you in half an hour. back. Hi, welcome back. How was your time to read? Did it go well? Did you like it? And did you advance a lot on your book? I don't think I didn't read like too much. I read like around like 20 pages maybe. But I'm still really liking this. Although I must say, this is like a fantasy type of book. Like that type. And this author has like invented like so many fantastical names for like characters and like what's the name, like I've been saying the word like so much it just made me lose my train of thought, because in my head I was like, I'm saying like too much. um just so many different names for like places and for the school and like for all of these rituals that they have. And then he just called uh like one of the kingdoms that's like a kingdom of gnomes, Gnome Place. Gnome Place. That is so not creative. What happened? Where did it all go wrong? Like all of the other kingdoms had such great names, and this one is just Gnome Place. Just because it's gnomes. What? Huh? Um. Oh my god. But other than that, it is very good, very good. I only read one chapter, but it was really good. There was a big fight between two characters that made my jaw drop. Ooh, the drama. We love to see it. We love to see it. Mine didn't really have too much like action. I keep saying like, oh my god. Oh my god. I need to stop. My brain, I don't know if you're like this as well, but when my brain settles on one word, like it happen I just said like again. Oh my god. It happens like oh oh god. It happens every time I have like I can't avoid it. I have presentations or I do streams or anything. My brain focuses on one word and oh, camera, hello camera, okay, in one word only, and it will just say it so many times in a sentence. I cannot help it. And in my brain I'm like, I've been saying this word too many times, but I just cannot avoid it. I don't know if you're like this as well, or if I'm just like weird. If I'm just like, oh god. Imagine taking like one of, like, hide in shame. I was gonna say, imagine doing one of those drinking games where you drink whenever someone says a word. If someone tried to do that with the amount of times that I've said the word like in this stream, they would be on the hospital. There's no way. Anyways, I'm glad that you're liking your book. I always like when they, in this case, like wasn't used on that with that meaning, but I always like when there's like a bit of action between two characters. The drama. I love reading drama. Like when there's a big drama scene, I love it. I really do. Um, yeah. I was thinking, so I don't know if you've seen like too many of my videos, but I am doing like this. Anyways, we're just gonna ignore the fact that I'm gonna say the word like 1,000 times in this stream, okay? Or if you hear it, no, you didn't. I didn't do much public speaking, but I assume I would be the same. I'm a nervous wreck. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm an introvert or like if I just, because English is not my first language, maybe my brain just automatically like chooses a word that it likes and just keeps saying it as like a form of comfort. I don't know. Anyways, what I was gonna say is I'm in a year-long reading competition with chums and my cousin. It's like it's a competition between the three of us for the entire year, and every month we have different challenges of like of books that we have to read. So it could be a topic. For example, this month we have, I think one of the topics is a YA book, and you just choose a book and read for that topic. I was thinking whether I should have like, if, okay, I keep saying that we should ignore the how many times I say the word like, but whenever I say it, I just automatically cringe. Um, I was wondering whether I should have the challenge list on my streams as well. So every new month, I change the challenges to correspond to the challenges we have in the month. Uh, I think that it would be a good way of having people who see, so people like you and everything, and everyone like and everyone join, like interact with us in this competition and maybe even participate in some way. I don't know if you think that's a good idea. But I was thinking maybe putting it on that corner of my stream. I can try and like see and try and put it. If we really don't like how it looks, I will take it out. If we think it looks really ugly, I will take it out. I should probably do a list with the challenges in a prettier form, because right now I'm just gonna take a screenshot from an Excel that we use to keep track. So if we do think if it is a good idea, I will probably make it look better. Where is it? Here it is. Honestly, I'm you're so lucky that you didn't have to do too much public speaking. In our schools in Portugal, it is so you have to do it so many times. Like I think we had like around 10 modules in our like every year, like every semester and everything. And we would have to do an oral, like a presentation for every single module 3 times per year, because we have like, it's not really semesters, it's like we have a few months of classes, then we have Christmas break, and then we have more classes, kind of like in every school, you know. Then you have Easter break and more classes, and then summer. So we would do a presentation for every single module on every single one of those periods. So we would do like around 30 presentations every year. It was it was so stressful every time. And you would think that I would get used to it after like 12 years of school in Portugal. But I still haven't gotten used to it. Yeah, that challenge seems like so much fun. I love challenges to help me finish reading unread books. I have too many. Same. I have so many unread books, honestly. I don't know if you watched Jack Edwards, but he said something a while ago that was like, reading books and buying books are two different hobbies. And I agree 100%. I buy so many books and I am nowhere near a fast enough reader to get through them all. There's just no way. That seems like a nightmare for introverts. Yeah, it was terrible. And I don't know what's up. I don't know if it's like the Portuguese education system or what it is, but I swear I used to have a history teacher that was the worst at presentations. I was so scared of that lady. I would not sleep the day before presentations with that woman, and I would like be reading my lines the entire time while I was like during, well, if like the class was the third of the day, I would be spending the other two first classes reading my notes non-stop, so I was sure that I would not forget like one word. Because I remember the first presentation I did with that teacher, I looked at my notes just to see if I had forgotten something, and she legit just went like, "Nope, you're failed. you failed this. You cannot look at your notes. You cannot, I mean, she said, like, you cannot read your notes. You cannot even look at your notes. I will fail you. And she failed us. It wasn't just me. She failed all of my other, like, my the rest of my group. Chems was in that group, actually. My mod, she was in that group as well. And she got so scared as well. I remember, because Chems had quite a, like, one of those strict parents where, and she would feel like if she didn't have good grades, it would be bad. Even though, like, realistically, it wouldn't have been that bad. But she just used to think that way. So when we got, like, I think we got, like, 10% or something ridiculous. It was really low. Like, 10% out of, like, 100. It was really bad. And I remember, because everyone was panicking in the group. And she was panicking. And usually she does really well at presentations. And she was panicking, and we were like, oh my god, this is terrible. What are we gonna do? And hopefully, like, luckily the teacher gave us another opportunity to retake the presentations, because everyone, all of the groups in our class, there was, like, I think there were like 4 or 5 different groups to do presentations. Everyone failed. There was not one that passed that day. So our teacher just said, like, okay, you have another opportunity in, like, a week. You'll do them again, and we'll see if it's better. And I remember Chums just spent the entire week non-stop. I don't even know if she, like, slept too much that week, just refining the presentation, making it look good, because the teacher was also like, you cannot have words on your PowerPoint. Who do you think you are? You cannot have any words. What? You cannot, like, I'm not supposed to look at your PowerPoints and read them. I'm supposed to look at you. So she redid all of the PowerPoint, and after that we rehearsed it so much that we had 100% on it. But we were, for a week, we were just shitting ourselves with fear, and I will never forget it. And whenever that was like our first, it was the first time we met that teacher, almost. It was the first presentation that we did with that teacher. And after that experience, every time I had a presentation with that teacher, I would freak the fuck out. And I honestly think that's what made me even worse at public speaking, because I would just get so nervous. Oh, it's not that I'm telling this story, it's been years. But now that I'm telling this out loud, it sounds really fucked up. Which it was. Technically, it was. I just didn't expect it to sound this bad. Okay, I'm getting the picture. Okay, the picture, browse, and where did I put it? It should be here. Okay, this is gonna be very scuffed for a second, because I don't know what size this is gonna put the picture on my screen. So it's gonna be probably, oh, okay, it's not that bad. Oh, on OBS it makes it so huge. Okay, I thought it was gonna look, it was gonna be way weirder for a second. All right, so if we like this type of overlay, maybe I'll make it look better, But these are the challenges that we have for this month. So if you want to, like, follow along, it would be lovely, and you can, like, show us what books you're reading for the challenges and everything. I only had one presentation in university, and maybe just a few in high school. That sounds traumatizing. It was. It really, really was. And ever since that day, I cannot do presentations. I think I only had one presentation in university as well. It is funny. I don't know if you're from the UK, and maybe that's how I'm, like, that's the experience that I'm feeling comes from that, because I did my university in the UK, in Cambridge to be specific, and I don't know, maybe it's because I was doing an art course, so we didn't really have to do many presentations. All we had to do was, like, table meetings, kind of where we all sat in a circle, like everyone in the class would sit in a circle and just talk about their projects and how it's going and everything. But you didn't really have to prepare for those. So yeah, I think during my entire university experience, no, actually, I did two presentations. I remember now. I did one in first year about bees because we did a project for a school fair. They asked, I think it was science fair or something, and they asked us to do animations, to like little short animations to explain why the bees were dying. And we had to do a little presentation explaining like our side of things because our teacher kind of divided us into three groups, and one group would look at one side of the bees, and our side was like trying to explain the science behind it. So we like at the end we all did the presentation showing our results, but it was done in the class, so you didn't really have time to prepare much, so it was more casual. um I'm from Canada in the province of Quebec. Oh, I never met anyone from Canada. That's awesome. That's really awesome. I would really like to visit Canada actually. From what I seen, I used to follow a Canadian YouTuber. Maybe you know her. She's called Joanna Cedia. She hasn't posted in a while. I think I still follow her. She just hasn't posted in maybe like 2 years. And from what I used to see on her vlogs, it seems like very cold. It seems very cold. But honestly, I would love that. I am so sick of warm weather. Honestly, I cannot deal. Warm weather is not for me. And I say that whilst being from a hot country, I cannot deal with heat. But yeah, it looks really pretty from what I've seen. That's really cool. Actually, I always had curiosity. In Quebec, do you speak both English and French, or am I mixing like different cities? Because isn't there a part in Canada that speaks French? I could be like be completely wrong about that, and if I am, I'm so sorry. Um, yeah. um, and the other presentation that I did during uni was explaining how my major project was doing. So it was right at the end of my university, like it was on my third year, and I just did a little PowerPoint explaining like where my major project was going and what I'd done for it and what would be the next steps. And I just I made it in a funny way. I was like, if I'm gonna do a presentation, I am gonna make my class laugh because humor is like my coping mechanism. So I just started my presentation with a picture of Shrek, and and I just moved on from there, and I just kept doing like very Gen Z type of jokes with every single slide. So that one went a bit better. But yeah, it's quite a big difference. Maybe Canada and the UK are similar in that aspect, where you don't have to do as many presentations in school. But Portugal is just, oh, and my camera is going. Okay. Portugal is just a lot. It really is. It's just so scary. They mostly speak French here, but I'm First Nation, like Indigenous. Our reservation our reservation is so close to New Brunswick that we speak English. That is really awesome. Really, really awesome. I don't know. I think I would like to learn more about the First Nation of people, such as yourself, because we don't really they don't really teach us anything like that in school, at least not in Portugal. In Portugal, they just teach you about Portugal, obviously. They teach you about what happened in Germany with like Hitler and stuff. But besides from that, we just learn about Portuguese history, and we never really learn about First Nation people and like even less about the Canadian First Nation. So I think I should learn probably a bit more about that, because I've only learned that there were First Nation people, and this is really bad, and I am completely aware that this is really bad, but I only learned that First Nation people, like indigenous people, existed in America, in Canada, and other places, because of people canceling like indigenous people against indigenous people on Twitter, and that's how I learned that those people still exist, and especially in America, like what the people that came after, like the colonizers, did to indigenous people. I solely learned that from Twitter, which is really awful, really awful. I feel like they should teach us more about these things at school because it is so important. But I don't know if it's because Portugal was a colonizer, like we used to colonize a lot of countries, especially in like the in the 1500s. So maybe that's why they don't talk about it. They're just like, look at all of the countries that we had once and then we lost because we're stupid. Um, Maybe that's why. I'm not sure, but they really should teach us more about it. But that is really really cool. It is really. I feel like. I mean, I was gonna say it's really cool to be bilingual, as if I'm not bilingual. Sometimes I forget. But yeah, I used to learn French in school actually. It's one of the languages that they teach us in Portugal is French, but I used to hate it. My teacher was okay. I feel like all of my school stories from Portugal are like nightmare-inducing stories, but um, it feels like I'm making this up, but I'm really not. My French teacher was not the best. She was a Portuguese lady and she could barely speak Portuguese correctly. Nevertheless, French. She just wasn't a very good teacher. Um, so I never really learned French, because the time I had a good French teacher was on my last year of French. We had 3 years of French in school. It was on my third year was when I had a good French teacher, and the teacher was like, "You're meant to know so much more than what you what you know. Like, how is it possible that in 2 years you've barely learned how to say hello? Like, something's wrong here." So the teacher had to teach us like everything from the basics again, and at that point I just couldn't be arsed, honestly, to learn, which it's kind of sad. I wish I had taken more time to learn the language. They barely teach it in Canada, so no worries. Oh, yikes! Yeah, that is bad. That is really bad. I don't know. I probably shouldn't be laughing at this, um, but yeah, man, history sometimes is just so fucked up. And it's so bad that schools don't go the extra way to teach us about this, so we don't repeat history, because they teach us about what happened with the world wars, so like with Hitler and everything, but besides from that they're not like, oh yeah, so colonizers really bad. They don't do that, um, which is bad. It's just as bad as what almost I was gonna say it's just as bad or even worse than what did, and yet they don't teach us about it. I don't know. It's kind of odd. Um, Anyways, let's move on to less sad topics. I think it's time for us to start a new sprint. So I will see you in half an hour. Let me change my screen. There we go. All right. Talk to you in half an hour. Definitely didn't forget to press the start button. Oops, my bad. And we're back. Hi. Welcome back. um how was your sprint? Did you manage to read another chapter? I think I read around 20 pages again. I'm not really sure. I didn't really count, but I think that's around how much I read. We're back. I just received a notification on my phone. I was like, at the end, I was checking what it was. Everyone is freaking out on Twitter, and I'm not really sure what it is about. But I mean, everyone is always freaking out on Twitter, so it could really be anything. Also, after I end this stream, I don't know if you watch Books and Lala, but I'm pretty sure she's going live with a bunch of people, a bunch of other booktubers, because of her. She has a book club, and she has a book like every month she chooses a book for the people to read, people that are in the book club, and I think she's going live to talk about the book of August. So maybe we'll go to her stream afterwards. It's kind of sad that we can't rate people on YouTube, because it would be so nice if I could just rate her and we would just be there right away. But we can't do that, sadly. I finished another chapter. It was so good. Yay! I'm glad. I'm really glad. My story is kind of picking up as well. Like, some stuff has just happened that I'm not sure how it's gonna go down, but I think I know the ending. I think I do, because at least like, since this is a prequel to the first School for Good and Evil book, and I've read that first one, like, I'm pretty sure I know where this is gonna end. But I'm excited to see how he gets there. So far, I'm not really sure how it's going to get there, if that makes sense. But we'll see. Hopefully I'll finish it tomorrow. I'm very close. Like, look, it's so little. I think I can finish this today. If I, after stream, if I just put my mind to it, I think I can. Also, this book has some really pretty illustrations. Let me show you. What is my favorite one? I think this one is my favorite one. Oh, yes. Look. How beautiful is that? It's so pretty. I'm not really sure who did the illustrations, but they're very nice art, very good artists. But I feel like all of the covers for this series are so good. Like, this cover is beautiful. And all of the other ones, like at least the other 2 books that I've read in this series, are also really pretty. So yeah, I just love pretty covers. I'm a sucker for pretty covers. Also, I forgot to read the challenges on the other time, so I'll go through the challenges right now. So these are the challenges that we are gonna do on our competition this month. It is a YA book. It can be any type of book as long as it is YA. Dark Academia book. This challenge is kind of like, I don't know if there's a Dark Academia tag on Goodreads, but if there is, then you can follow that, or you can just go by the vibes of the book. Generally, if it has Dark Academia vibes, then it counts. I'm thinking, like, there is a book. What is it called? I think it's If We're Villains. We Were Villains. I still don't know what book I'm gonna read for this challenge, so let me check the name. But I think it's called If We Were Villains. If We Were Villains, that's kind of like, at least by the cover, it seems to have Dark Academia-ish vibes. And there is also another one that I think has Dark Academia vibes, which is called The Maidens. But again, this challenge is kind of broad. You can just choose a book that gives you Dark Academia vibes for the challenge. I mean, and then a book about art or an artist can just be. It can be like biographical. It can be an autobiography, or it could be fiction. It can be nonfiction. It can be whatever. And when we say art or artists, we also mean like singers and actresses. All of those people are included in that challenge. I'm gonna read Just Kids by, I think it's Patti Smith, which is a book that she wrote, kind of autobiographical, biographical, what is the word? Kind of like a biography that she wrote herself. This is, oh my god. Patti Smith. That is about a good friend. Like, it's not about, I don't think it's about a good friend, but her friends appears in it a lot because they were best friends, which is a painter, actually not a painter, a photographer that I really liked, that is called Robert Mapplethorpe. He's known for doing for exploring the shapes of the human body in his photography, and he appears a lot in this book. And I think there's also, because it is a lot about the New York scene in the 90s or 80s, so there's a lot of musicians appearing as well in the books, like famous bands from that time, because they were, obviously Patti Smith was, I think she was a singer, and Robert, because they were both artists, they were very inside that scene. So that is the book I'm gonna read for that. But you can read almost anything as long as it is about, someone that's in the art field, or it can be fiction, just as long as it is the person maybe does art or something, the character, some sort of art. Then a book that a character from a TV show or movie you like has read. So in this, for example, I still don't know what I'm going to read for this. Yeah, I still don't know. I was thinking of doing Rory from Gilmore Girls, just because Rory in that show read over 300 books. So it's very easy to find a book that she has read in that show. But basically any show or any movie that you see one of the characters holding a book and reading, you can read that book. So for example, on Heartstopper, I don't know if you've watched Heartstopper, but on Heartstopper there is a character called Isaac that is always holding a book. His character reads a lot, and you can tell, a lot of the books you can tell which book it is, so you can go by that as well. I can't think of any book now that I remember, but yeah, that's basically the challenge. Pretty easy to do. And then you have a book by your favorite author. Pretty straightforward as well. And book 100 with 300 pages, also very straightforward. I don't think I know what I'm gonna do for any the majority of these challenges yet, which is bad. I just know the book about an artist, and I think for the YA book I'm gonna read a book by Alice Oseman. But that's the thing, you see, my favorite author is also Alice Oseman. So do I read that for that one instead and read something else for the YA? I mean, I don't know if this one counts as YA. Let me search actually. While we're here, I'm gonna search. Rise of the School for Good and Evil. Let me see. Usually it's easier to know on Goodreads. It is young adults. Okay, so then maybe I'll count this one for the YA one, and I'll read Radio Silence for a book by my favorite author. Okay, that's 3 challenges. Because I am very behind on this competition. Between there's just 3 of us, and I am on the bottom by like maybe 20 points difference. I don't even want to look at this Excel. Oh, it's more. Okay, it's way more. It's 34 points difference. Um, so I really need to step up my game, you know? I think my plan is to try and read as many graphic novels as I can this month. Kind of try and read like one graphic novel per day, which hopefully will put me close to the other 2 people in this competition. I love Alice Oseman. I just rewatched all of Heartstopper last night. I love Alice as well. They are so cool. I think what they're doing with Heartstopper and all of the Osman verse, shall we say? It's really really important, and it's so awesome. That is great. Honestly, I don't know. Are you in our Discord? I'm not sure if you are. I think you are. Yeah, you are. You are. Sorry, my memory is really bad. But yeah, in we are planning to rewatch Heartstopper in one of those movie nights that we do. So we do movie nights every Thursday. And my mod and one of my viewers called Zen are are asking to watch Heartstopper on one of those movie nights. So I think we're gonna watch it as well. So however many times rewatching it, I think I've rewatched that show like 3 times already. Also, I heard I know they're gonna start to film the second season now in September. But I've heard that the third season only comes out on 2024. How sad is that? That is so sad. Honestly, it makes sense because the third season is coming out next year, so they need to have time to record the third season. But still, it is it's so far ahead. I could watch it every day. Me too. It's like a comfort series. Like I just put it on at nighttime if I want to like fall asleep. It's like comfort show. It's amazing. I am like the only bad thing about that show is that it is so short. You can watch it all in 4 hours and be done. And I'm like, okay, but I want more. Give me more, please. But yeah, it is definitely one of my major comfort shows. That one, and I feel like I have a few like comfort pieces of entertainment. That is one of them. And then the movie How to Train Your Dragon is one of my biggest comfort movies as well. I just put it on as background noise. I think I know all the lines from that show by now, like by heart. And I think Heartstopper will be the same thing because I can already quote a bit of that show. So I think the same thing will happen very soon. Um, which I don't know if it's embarrassing or if it's cool or if it's just or if I should seek some some help or but I'm honestly proud of it. So but yeah, I'll definitely keep you updated on when we do the Heartstopper rewatch on my Discord so that you can join. The way I do movie nights is just I screen share my screen with sounds, and if you click like on a voice channel, if you click view stream, there's like a little button that says view stream. If you click there, you can see it very easily, so you don't even need to have Netflix or anything. But if you do have Netflix, I use a Chrome extension that's called, I call it Teleparty, but I think they changed their name to something else now. But it allows you to like watch stuff, watch shows and movies on Netflix and Disney Plus with other people, as long as those other people have Netflix as well. So you can like watch it in real time. You can stop it as well, like pause it if you want, and you don't lose any of the quality of the image as long, like, because you are watching it on your own account. You're just watching it. It plays like, technically it plays at the same time as the other person, so you're never behind anyone. You're just like behind in time. You're always up to the right date, the right minute and stuff, which is really cool. It's what Chums and I use a lot, as actually, and it's worked really well. So I usually do those two things for movie nights. I share my screen in case someone doesn't have Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever the place we're watching, and I give a link to the teleparty in case people want to join that way. So yeah, it will be very fun, and I will let you know when we do that. Alright, it is time for us to wrap up this stream. I'm gonna leave the link to Kayla's live stream. She should be live now. At least when I saw it, it said that she was going to go live at 11 for me. It is now 11:03 for me, so she should be live. I'm gonna look for it and leave the link in chat, just in case you want to go see her stuff. Maybe you already follow her. But they are a very cool human. They do very good, where is it? Hello? Where? Well, I cannot find it. Where is it? Playlists. I swear she was going to go live. Where is my subscription box? Subscriptions. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's on the 11. It's not today. Well, that was anticlimactic. It appeared on my subscription thing, and I thought it was for today at 11. Well, it's not today. Well, you can still go check Kayla's stuff. They are very cool, and they make really good booktube videos. They are very creative. You probably already heard of them, but I'll leave a link to their stuff either way, just in case you want to see it. And here it is, the link to Kayla's channel. And I will be going. I'll see you maybe tomorrow if you are coming to movie night. Tomorrow we are watching Inside the Outtakes, which is the outtakes from the movie Inside by Bo Burnham. So yeah, that's what we're gonna watch tomorrow. I don't know if you'll want to join us, but either way, if I don't see you anymore this week, then I'll see you next week, hopefully. And have a lovely evening. Goodbye.